Just a tiny crack? Not so fast.
Ground control, we have a windshield integrity issue.
The profilometer confirms subsurface damage.
Why this barely visible mark? Stop 200 passengers.
Could you even see this crack?
A crack on glass. A risk for everyone on board.
Not all cracks are the same. This one mattered. This is a structural failure, unlike a simple surface crack.
Grounded by a crack smaller than your finger.
Can a tiny crack cause a cockpit window to fail?
What pilots are trained to do when spotting cracks.
Why cockpit glass is different from normal windows?
From tine crack to grounded jet, in the timeline.
When can a plane fly with a cracked windshield?
Not every crack means danger, Kes, but this one did.
What happens when a cockpit crack is ignored?
Who makes the call, Price?
What did? Pilot or maintenance chief?
What's behind the glass? More than you think.
Can a cracked window be patched on the spot?
While we can attempt a temporary fix, it rarely qualifies as a permanent solution. Why pilots check windows before every flight? It's part of our comprehensive pre-flight inspection. Next,
What happens after a crack is found?
Ground, we have an issue at Sector 4. Requesting immediate maintenance assessment.
How strong is airplane glass, really? The science behind why small cracks can grow fast.
Could this flight have continued safely?
This crack looks harmless, teens, ain't, until it isn't.
Why airlines take 0 chances with cockpit glass?
When one crack delays 10 more flights.
Why engineers redesign cockpit glass constantly? Can temperature cause cracks in flight windows? What if the crack wasn't spotted in time? Behind the scenes, replacing a cockpit window. Cost of fixing one cracked cockpit glass. The breakdown includes material, labor, ground time, and passenger delay, totaling around $150,000. Even a spider crack can trigger full inspection.
What tools detect early cockpit cracks? Non-destructive inspection tools like ultrasound and magnifiers.
Do cockpit windows break like car windshields?
The most expensive glass in aviation? Cockpit windows. We laminate multiple layers of specialized glass, cracks, and cold air. Double trouble at altitude. The sudden loss of cabin pressure combined with the extreme cold poses a critical threat to everyone on board.
What you never noticed during boarding, the pilot did.
Why replacing cockpit windows takes hours?
Center Delta 241, we have a windscreen crack requesting holding instructions due to delay.
Delta 241, roger. Hold present position. Expect further clearance in 10 minutes.
Why aircraft windows are over-engineered. The outer pane, thick, stretched acrylic, handles the primary how wind pressure acts on a cracked cockpit panel.
Does turbulence make cracks worse?
How do airlines prevent cracks in the first place? Inspection protocol and material monitoring.
Crack found minutes before pushback. What now?
Every minute counts after a crack is found.
Warning light active, hydraulic system B.
Check fluid levels and confirm bypass engagement.
Levels nominal, bypass engaged.
Alert chain complete.
Could cabin crew see the crack? Rarely. Why flight plans shift fast after delays like this? Reassignments and air traffic rerouting.
Jet is safe, but protocol says no go.
One crack equals 6-hour delay?
What passengers should know when delays happen. It's really about safety, not laziness.
Why doesn't the co-pilot just ignore small cracks?
SOP training footage shows both pilots checking the same window area, validating concerns.
How cockpit cracks are documented in real time.
The secret hotline pilots call when they spot issues.
Flight 712, you are grounded immediately. Acknowledge.
Roger, grounding the aircraft.
A tine crack, a global delay ripple.
How often do cockpit cracks happen?
Cracks don't wait then. Why time matters.
This tool finds cracks faster than the eye.
The male pilot's dilemma. Wait, wait, or reroute.
I'll go. Would this crack pass international safety checks?
Why pilots are trained to report any defect.
Should I log this scratch?
Yes, we have zero tolerance for any fault.
Cockpit cracks are logged forever.
This crack taught an airline a hard lesson.
How engineers simulate cracks on purpose.
Unterbridge had it from glass to composite, the next cockpit material.
Windshield heating wires, friend or foe?
Do new jets crack less? Not always.
A thin line that costs $250,000. A cost breakdown of missed connections, part shipping, and crew overtime.
Every airline has a crack threshold. Detain. Here's why.
Visual versus structural cracks. Know the difference. This one is shallow, low danger. But this structural crack is high danger.
Why cracked windshields are replaced in pairs. Opposite side often swapped to ensure uniform stress resistance.
We are the quiet power behind the scenes. Our inspection calls ensure that every flight is safe. It's a role we take very seriously.
Window cracks can form mid-air.
Passenger side windows don't matter? Think again. Cockpit versus cabin window structure explained. Both critical.
When passengers report cockpit cracks.
It's all right, that's just the outer pane. We're perfectly safe.
Why cracks near edges are more dangerous.
What's it like replacing a cockpit window overnight?
This tiny crack was invisible from outside. Which aircraft models have crack history? Cockpit glass failures through aviation history.
Why cockpit cracks are industry red flags. Manufacturers issue global bulletins for minor crack trends.
Pilot's pre-flight ritual, why they knock on glass. It's a tradition rooted in safety, ensuring the windscreen's integrity.
A crack that became a case study. We begin our analysis here, focusing on the real-life implications of this grounded flight.
Can turbulence create a new crack? Windshield is not just glass, it's a shield.
Even a hairline crack gets full attention.
Crack? Cancel. No exceptions.
Airplane glass isn't like your cars. Here's why.
How pressure differentials act on cracks.
Why no airline wants to risk it, even for small cracks.
Crack detection is now AI-powered.
Cockpit glass, certified up to 500 miles an hour winds.
Inside a glass factory for jet cockpits.
Windshields now come with black box data. This new technology records thermal stress and impact logs in the glass unit.
Why the outside world can't see the crack.
Do regional jets face more cracking issues? Short flights, more pressurization cycles.
Every degree counts. Thermal crack factors.
What the pilot sees during failure.
This crack didn't break the glass, but broke the schedule.
What causes cockpit cracks mid-air?
Every crack tells a story.
Why cracks always get reported before takeoff?
Roger that. We are grounded until maintenance checks it.
Can a plane fly with cracked outer pane?
Not all cracks need full glass replacement. A simple patch can fix minor damage, but larger breaks require a full swap to ensure safety.
This is how fast cockpit windows are replaced.
Even private jets aren't immune to cracks.
We're looking at a several-hour delay at best, possibly grounded until the replacement arrives.
What inspectors look for in cockpit glass?
Why not just fly lower if cracked?
Altitude pressure difference remains significant, not a viable fix.
This one airport sees 3 cockpit cracks per month. Dry climate and sand abrasion cited as causes.
Cockpit glass weighs more than you think,
As you can see, this is significantly heavier than the standard car windshield.
How cockpit glass design evolved over 70 years.
Behind every crack is a design update. Manufacturers push patch notes based on global reports. Cracks from manufacturing flaws, aloo, how rare.
Is it ever the pilot's fault? Rare cases of accidental cockpit damage during ground procedures.
Cockpit glass in helicopters versus jets. Helicopter glass tends to crack under different stress conditions.
Even test pilots ground flights over cracks. Tiny crack, giant headache.
How windscreen curvature affects crack stress.
How airlines record the life cycle of cockpit glass.
Every cockpit crack teaches engineers something.
Why you never see chipped cockpit glass on YouTube. Strict airline policy hides issues from public view.
Passengers rarely know, but they benefit.
Will AI someday detect cockpit cracks instantly?
This startup makes crack-resistant windshields. Cockpit window strength versus seagull strike at 250 knots.
Why older aircraft crack more often. Fatigue stress from more pressurization cycles over years.
Do pilots ever fly with known minor cracks? The MEL chart explains what's legally allowed, but it is rarely used.
A day in the life of a cockpit window inspector.
These social media posts, while alarming, often lack context. We adhere to the strictest aviation.
The most feared spot for cracks, pilot eyeline. Direct visual interference leads to automatic grounding.
Can flight simulators recreate cracked glass views?
This pilot flew 8 years, never saw one crack.
Cockpit windows are layered slates, but still fragile. Every crack starts with a single stress point. This transparent shield protects lives. Why cockpit glass costs as much as a car. Heating, sensors, pressure strength, labor.
The worst case scenario, crack mid-flight.
We are aware of the situation regarding the fuselage. Our containment protocols are fully engaged to manage cabin pressure.
New tech, self-healing cockpit glass in testing.
Military jets face cracks too.
Every pilot learns to check windows their every flight.
This was just a crack until takeoff pressure hit.
Why even parked jets get glass checks?
Why your flight was delayed? One window, all safety.
Every delay has a reason. For this one saved lives.